Hey guys, I am getting started. It is January 7th, I believe, Wednesday. Um, the weather is great outside, so we're not super busy today. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go help out somebody who has a dryer vent that is throwing it's an LG dryer that is throwing I believe a D90 code, which usually means the vent is clogged up because it's not getting sufficient airflow. So I'm going to go climb up on the roof, make sure the roof vent is clear, and then I'm going to go inside and check to make sure that everything else is clear. He said everything inside should be good to go, so I'm mostly focused on the roof today. I don't know if he's home at the moment, so we're going to go up and climb on the roof. All right, guys. I did something. Not really sure how it's going to work out, but I've heard that you can use something to get on these roofs. Oh, I got to look that up. In order to get on a roof, steep roof, you can use something to help yourself not slip. So I was driving around, trying to come up with an idea. I do have some boot, I guess they're boot covers, that I've been recommended. They were only like $27, but they go over your boot, and I've heard like you just can't slip in them. So I've got those ordered. They'll be here Friday. But in the meantime, I was driving around, and it's trash day around here. So I've been told that you can use couch cushions that will allow you to basically use two of them. You can stagger them so you can step on them and you don't slip. So I found a couch, or really a futon, out on the side of the road. Talked to the homeowners so they didn't freak out, trying to figure out what I was doing, digging through the trash. But I cut the mattress out of the futon, or the cushion out of the futon, and we're gonna cut that up into two different pieces and see if we can't get on this roof and see how well it works. Let's go test this out. Alright, so this is the idea that I've been given. We're essentially just going to cut this in two different pieces and see if we can use this to get on the roof and not fall off. There we go. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's not something I plan on keeping for too terribly long, but hey, if it works for now, I'll use it. Keep this flashlight. So we do the same thing again. Grab these cushions, and this is supposed to help out with the traction on the roof. Make sure my ladder's all locked in place before I start climbing on it. I am so curious to know if this is going to work. Let's test it out down here first. Oh no. Alright. Step up on the next one. I'm so sketched out. Ugh. It's working quite well. Alright, look at that. They're sticking like crazy. That's nice. Alright, so let's inspect this. Definitely got a tiny bit of lint. Let me take this camera off so I can show y'all. Maybe. Okay, so see if we can see under there. Don't know what you can or can't see. we're going to take the flashlight out, take a peek in there. Okay, let's see what we can see in there. What do you think? Are we clogged up in there? Looks like there might be some stuff in there. Might need to get a brush or something to clean that out. I'm going to have to take a look at the camera footage again, just to see what y'all are looking at, so I can't see under there. But we're going to have to remove. We have to remove this cover and take a look under there. That's a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, look at that. I think I can see that. Yeah, I think she's clogged up. That'll do it. See if we can get all this out in one easy pull. Oh no. It's going to require a little bit more. Set that right there for a minute. Oh, that's part of it. Let's clip that so it doesn't keep pulling out. Okay. Alright. Now, make sure y'all can see in there. Yeah. Got lots of buildup in here. That's why I don't like venting out the roof for dryers, because that is ridiculous. Alright, so that is as much as I'm going to be able to get by hand. Let's make sure this is as clear as possible before we put it back on. This might be overkill, but I don't want to have to come out a year from now because it's clogged up again because I didn't open it up as much as possible. Obviously, one contributing factor, and I can't tell you if this homeowner is cleaning lint traps out regularly, or if they're forgetting, or if this is just 20-30 years or more of buildup, trying to get through this net. But either way, a good reminder to always clean your lint trap out after every load, just to make sure we don't put excessive amounts of lint through the vent. And just a reminder, this was a they were getting a code on their brand new dryer, so the old cheaper dryer was not giving them any kind of codes, but they had an LG dryer that they just bought, and just throwing I believe the code was D90, and that essentially just tells them that they've got low airflow, or there's a sensor that's bad causing that code. So we came up here to check it, and it was definitely low airflow. So we have this put in place. I'm going to kind of pull it up a little bit to make sure. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to pull this up a little bit to make sure that when I set this cover back on, it pushes it down to where it needs to be, not any lower. That way no bugs or anything are getting in. I'm going to move these, see if I can remove these old rivets, and we're going to screw it into the side. There we go. All right. Now we're going to put this back on. It'll push the netting back down to where it needs to be. Then we're going to screw some screws back into this spot. Then I'll come back up with some caulk to make sure that that is watertight as well. Okay. So I've got 3 screws in there, so it covers up all the holes that I've made from the rivets over there. The rivets here are still in place. So I'm going to come and caulk all around here just to make sure, all around here, just to make sure it's watertight. And then we're going to get all this put in the trash can. And yeah, it was 100% blockage of air, not getting anywhere through there. So we'll take all this down and caulk that, and we done with that. Put my tools up in my pockets. Get all this junk off the roof. Don't want to leave a bigger mess than we showed up to. Okay. Oh boy. I'm about to throw this down because I need hands. Alright, so my one cushion is ripped out from under my feet, so I'm just my right knee's on it, and I need slightly more than that. These will work in a pinch, but not ideal apparently. Doesn't help that I have knee pads on. They're slipping too. Lower that left leg. Leave this up there and caulk those 3 screws. I'll be right back. So I'm having some camera difficulties. I don't know if that last part was recorded or not. I'll have to go back and when I edit the videos, I'll have to figure out if I got the caulking process down or not. Gotta go find my magnet I threw on the ground earlier. Leave that open. There's the cushions where it ripped under my feet, so not a perfect solution, but it got the job done today. I got all this picked up. My magnet thing fell over here. Okay. A little bit more lint. Okay. That job is completed. There we go. Not ideal, but we found a solution for this homeowner, and job's completed, and we'll definitely have better tools to be able to meet that situation next time it comes up. Get rid of that. I found the screw in there. Alright, so not always gonna be ideal situation, but we found a solution to the problem. We'll have a better solution next time we come along, but for now, this homeowner will be able to use his dryer again, and we know the cause of that LG D90 code. So cool. If y'all ever need anything, let me know. My phone number is 901-483-9500. I'm the owner of Beers HVAC, and be happy to come save the day for you. Alright, so overall I'm definitely impressed with how well the couch cushions worked. I definitely will not be using that technique on anything above a single story. Where if I did slide off, I would just have to jump one story. At 33 years old, I think I can handle that right now, even though I may hurt in the morning. But anything further than that, or higher than that, I'm definitely not going to be using the couch cushions. I've got some boot covers on order, so something a little bit safer. Also, I will not be using knee pads if I do have those couch cushions, because those were slipping and felt even less secure than, I guess, having the knee pads on. So you can use that. You can use the couch cushions in a pinch. It did tear on me, so I didn't have as much grip. I used them long ways so that I would have more grip on the roof, more surface area. But since it did tear, I didn't have anywhere to put my right foot, so that made it more difficult to keep traction. That's kind of why I had to throw some of the stuff off the roof. But in a pinch it'll work. Just be safe, be smart about it. Use professional climbing gear if you can. I just don't have any of that gear yet, but I'll be working on getting some so I can do things like that a lot safer in the future. Thanks for watching, guys.